Hey, what's up, gamers? This is Damron. We're playing Gears 5. This is part of my Master Escape series, bringing us to the map, The Link. Look at the modifiers on this map. We've got close range wardens, which can only be damaged by overkills and nashers, and close range rifle drones that can only be damaged by overkills and nashers. We got shorter ultimates and some usual suspects: more health, more lethal, faster venom, and Iron Man. The Coalition did mention when Operation 5 comes out, they're going to separate characters from classes, and you're going to be able to play as any character you want and mixed with any class you want. So the characters that I'm showing you is essentially the classes that you want to be bringing into this map. So we've got Kate for her shotgun abilities, and we've got Cole for his melee abilities, and we've got Clayton. So we are bringing these characters into this fight. As soon as you start off, you're going to go ahead and head to the right hand side. This map can be a little disorienting if you don't know the way to go, but just follow the way that I'm showing you. So head to the right hand side. There's going to be a drone in here, so we're going to execute him, and then there's also going to be a grenadier down here. So we want to be able to get that Nasher for Kate, and now we're in business. So Kate is really going to be able to be helpful a lot on this map because the rifle drones and the wardens can only be damaged by nashers and overkills, and Kate's shotgun ability as well as her bleed damage from shotgun and overkills is going to make this map significantly easier as long as we get her a nasher. So that's why mainly you want to head to the right hand side first and get to this ammo room and get that nasher from the get-go. As you can see, there's also a boom shot back there as well as a sniper rifle and a hammer burst. So my teammates are grabbing all of that. There's a couple flashbangs. The flashbangs are very useful, so be sure you grab those. It's going to be very useful to kind of stun the wardens in this map. So once we've got that, we're ready to head on. So we're going to head out of that and then immediately turn right, and then we're going to be heading forward. So just go straight up, and there's going to be some rejects here to deal with. Now there could be some drones here instead of rejects, so just keep that in mind. But nonetheless, we're going to head straight forward from here after we take out those rejects and kind of go up this ramp and around to the left. And there are going to be some more rejects up here to deal with. Again, there could be some drones, so just keep that in mind. It could be variable. Sometimes you'll have rejects here, sometimes you'll have some drones to deal with. It's good to get the reject spawn because you can just kind of execute them and move forward. So once we're in here, we're going to stick to the right hand side. You saw there's enemies shooting us from the left, but we're just going to run past them. We're going to stick to the right hand side, and we're just going to walk up and around here and kind of progress into the next section and not really worry too much about those enemies. In here, we're going to head into kind of a larger room, and we're going to have several drone enemies that we need to deal with. So we're going to go ahead and get into the mix here. With Kate, you just want to go ahead and use your nasher and get that bleed damage on them as best you can. Cole found a nasher for me, so he's going to drop that from me. So I've got some additional ammo. We do have a scion in here. It's an ice scion for us, but it could be a different scion, so just be careful. It could be a buzzkill, it could be any type of scion. It may not be an ice scion for you. But with Kate's bleeding shotgun, you should be able to take him out pretty quickly. Taken down by Nasher enemy here, those can be pretty devastating very quick, so you want to be careful. So Cole's going to activate his ultimate and kind of clear out the room a little bit. Cole's ultimate is very helpful, so he can just kind of run around and kill whatever enemies he sees. Unfortunately, I don't think there was that many enemies left for him to take out. So that's it for that room, and the last little section prior to the safe room on this map. So you can see there's a bunch of drones in here, but as long as you get that Nasher, you should be good to go. And then Clayton was kind of sitting back, sniping as best he could with that sniper rifle that he picked up from the first ammo room. But it's not too bad, as long as you're using that Nasher to kind of bleed down those drones, you should be able to get past that section relatively efficiently, as long as you kind of stay in cover and take out that scion as quick as possible. So we've finished the kind of the first act of the link. It's not too bad, and we're on to this safe room. So we're gonna go ahead and get all this ammo. Now there is an overkill in this safe room. So Kate wants to get that overkill and then pick up all the ammo. Unfortunately, I picked up most of the ammo and then I picked up the overkill, but you definitely want to pick up the overkill before you grab all of that ammo. Alright, so moving on to the second act of this mission. After the safe room, we're going to head around this path here and jump up on this wall, and we're just going to progress straight in to the next room where we're going to deal with a significant amount of drone enemies as well as a Scion. So you see we've got a drop shot Scion, so looks like Clayton's firing some boom shots at him to kind of get whatever damage he can. I'm trying to just get my bleeding Gnasher on all of the enemies so I can kind of bleed them out. And then once we've kind of cleared out a significant number of the enemies, Cole can kind of get in there and start doing his melee and, you know, dish out a lot of damage. Unfortunately, he goes down right there, but that's okay. He's cleared out the majority of the enemies, so we've kind of cleaned them up. And now there was a few of the enemies that had overkills as well, so I'm eventually going to be able to have an overkill, more overkill ammo with Kate, because unfortunately I had picked up the overkill before the ammo in the safe room. So there is another overkill right here, so we're going to get all of that for Kate. Kate wants as much overkill ammo as possible. It's really going to help us deal with the, you know, Warden's coin coming up here. Alright, so once we've cleared out those enemies, we can progress forward a little bit. There's going to be an ammo room on the left as well as an ammo room on the right. So I'm going to go in here and pick up this ammo pouch here, get as much ammo as I can. Again, there's also flashbangs, so you want to be picking up all these flashbangs. That's going to be helpful as well. So I'm full on them, but everybody, you know, there's been a lot of flashbangs to pick up in the ammo rooms, so that's good. So I'm pretty full now. I've got a Gnasher as well as a pretty full overkill. I'm gonna go ahead and grab, I think, so you can see if I head over here, here's the other safe room. So I don't really need anything in there. I'm actually pretty full on all my ammo. So once you guys are kind of ready to roll and you've got all the ammo that you want, you're kind of ready to progress on. Now you can take your time here. Make sure you get all the ammo and everything that you need. So there was a drop shot as well to pick up in there. So there's plenty of ammo and weapons to be had in those two ammo rooms as well as just throughout this map. But the key is really having the shotgun and the overkill weapon-wise for Kate. And then the heavy weapons, you know, Clayton can rock and try to get some additional damage with those. So progressing forward into this, you know, small hallway here, you're going to have several drones in here, and it's kind of tight quarters. But now that you've got the Gnasher and you've got the bleed damage with Kate, you're going to have a much easier time kind of clearing your way out. Because once you kind of get bleed on these guys, they're gonna, you know, go down and bleed out. You know, once you get that card elevated where they do, you know, like 110% bleed damage on bleeding enemies, and they're bleeding for a significant amount of the shotgun damage, you just have to shoot them a couple times and they're gonna bleed out from that shotgun damage. So be careful of the hunter in the background there with a torque bow. Again, with the overkill, I mentioned in some previous guides, you know, you don't have to just press the trigger immediately because it's going to fire like really quickly. If you press and hold the trigger, you'll fire an overkill shot, and then when you know, it'll give you a second to kind of get your reticle around the enemy as much as possible before you release the trigger. Because when you release the trigger, it fires a second shot. So you can kind of press and hold, you know, get your reticle where you want it and let go to get a cleaner second shot. So once you take out that room, again, there's another ammo room on the right hand side that's got plenty more flashbangs and plenty more ammo to grab. So plenty of ammo for us to, you know, get through this mission. Progressing on, we're coming to a large open room here, and there's going to be several enemies as well as a warden in this room. So be sure you've got your ammo stocked up before you kind of head in here.
We should be safe.
And what we're going to do in this room is we're going to kind of just stay back, and we'll take out, you know, whatever enemies we can that kind of press up on us. But we don't really want to advance in this room and put ourselves in positions to be shot by these drones until we take out the warden. So really what we're doing is we're just kind of staying back, and we're going to kill whatever enemies that we can that are pushing us. And we're just waiting for, you know, the warden to eventually push us. And the warden then will come into this area where our ammo rooms were, and then we can take him out, and then we can kind of push into the rooms. So you can hear the warden coming, I believe. You can kind of hear him taking some steps, so we know he's getting close. He was a lot closer than I thought, and I look around the corner and immediately, you know, blasted me. So this is what we want our flashes for. You just flash him, and then now Kate's gonna just go to town with the overkill to the warden's face, okay? And that's gonna be how you take him out quickly, and that's why we wanted to get all those flash grenades. So he's only got a little bit of health left, so I think we'll drop one more flash grenade on him and finish him off right here. And that's, you know, how you're gonna take out these wardens in this section and in this map. There's a, you know, there's one at the end as well. So once you've kind of cleared out that warden, you know, this room will be a little more free, and you can kind of start progressing in. You can see the venom is starting to catch up to us, but we've cleared out a lot of the enemies. If you just kind of stay back where we were, the majority of the enemies will actually press you, and you can just kind of stay back there and kill the vast majority of them as they come to you. In fact, a lot of the enemies from the back section will even advance, and as you can see, we come up here and we've only got a few drones to deal with and just that last scion to deal with. So we've pretty much taken everything out, and now we can kind of progress from this last room to the exit, and we'll go to the exit here and we'll pull that switch, and we'll be ready for the door hold down. So in this kind of door hold, you will have, so it looks like, you know, Cole had been holding some overkill for me, so that's nice of him. And in this section, you're going to have a warden to deal with, and you're going to have several enemies kind of pushing at you, right? As well as some poppers, so we're just going to try to keep them at bay as best we can. So you got Clayton just firing the drop shot in there, and I'm just kind of looking down the hallway that I can. Now the warden's flying in here again. I mean, gosh, I'm just like an attraction for the wardens just sprinting at me. But again, this is why we got our flashbangs. We're gonna flash him, and once he's flashed, I can just walk up to him with Kate and execute. And that's gonna be it for this map, guys. You know, the Link is a pretty fun map to run. It's pretty great once you've got the Nasher and the overkill with Kate, and kind of really start banging through this map. So I hope you guys found it helpful. I hope you're enjoying these guides. I hope you're enjoying escape mode in Gears 5. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next Gears 5 escape map on Master difficulty.